Hello, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are about to start. We are happy to have you all here. If you want to leave in the chat where are you from and from where are you watching us, that would be great. As I already said, we are happy to have you all here on Saturday. We appreciate it. And if you don't mind answering the poll that it's going to appear in your screen, so we can get to know each other better. So we have Marilyn Phipps today with us, talking about the introduction to real estate investing. So we are Real Estate IQ. Your deal is our mission. We are the deal makers and the deal markets. And we provide the best real estate solutions committed to help one more person to win. So make your deals game true. These are our streamlined deal-making progress. We offer off-market leads, custom lead mining, EVA CMA, and virtual assistants. But if you're looking for more, please try out our exclusive membership. These are our social media accounts. We have Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You can use the QR code that appears below the icon to join us in our community. And you can also subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss any of our weekly webinars and in-person events. You can scan the QR code as well. You can get a 30 minutes in-depth consultation with one of our experts. You can scan the QR code for scheduling it or write to this email address. This is a very short video of what we do. So thank you so much. Hello, Tony, Isidro, and Mark. I am reading you. So I don't want to make you lose more time. So we are moving forward with Marilyn. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna start sharing my screen. And you can share, Marilyn.
Hi, yeah, I'm trying to unmute my video. Good morning, everybody. I'm just, for some reason, do you need to give me access to unmute my video for any reason here?
Let me see that
Because
you can't share the.
I'm trying to unmute my camera, or it's not letting me for some reason. Maybe you need to give me access.
No, you have access on the right side of the button for mute yourself. You have to share your screen, your video. Sorry. It says start video.
Yeah, I am clicking on that and it's not letting me. share my screen. Let me see if that will work. Everybody can see the
I can
screen?
see. Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, that's great. Well, I don't know if I am going to be able to unmute my video for some reason, but good morning, everybody. I'll try, but it's not letting me for some reason.
I am looking that up, so maybe I can help you, but you have full
Access. Yeah. Well, I am Marilyn Phipps. I am from Houston, Texas. I see that a lot of you are coming from different places. I see some people in the chat, even from Florida, Orlando, from Magnolia, Texas. Good morning, Tommy. Isidro Rojas from Richmond, Texas. It's great to see you guys this morning, and knowing that successful people do what unsuccessful people is not willing to do, which is waking up this morning and getting into a webinar to get started into real estate investing for 2024. I am so excited, you guys, because the opportunity that we are here having is just amazing. The opportunity that we're about to have in 2024 is just amazing. I am going to share some of the things that I am doing in the past few years. This is my website. The company name is Sucasa USA LLC. You can Google me online. And I've been doing real estate for the past almost 15 years now. Time's passed so fast. It's just amazing. So technically I am just like you guys. I started when I was working full time, and I don't know, a lot of you probably are in a job trying to figure it out how to actually stop being from full-time employee to being doing real estate full-time. So that's my story here. I started when I was in corporate America, and I was doing this actually I was working for somebody else, just like you are working for somebody else. This is our company and our properties that we have. I'm doing marketing for some investors as well. I do marketing for owner finance, people who wants to sell their properties, owner finance. I'm here to help you. I have about 20,000 cash buyers, and about social media. I have a lot of followers, so I can pretty much sell any house and any condition. I specialize on fixer-uppers and also on properties that are owner finance, because I have those markets and those buyers. So if you see, these are fixer-uppers right now. I'm trying to wholesale this one property. And this one is another investor special that I'm trying to sell. And I just sold one. I think this one is another one in Lake City. So if you guys are looking for investment properties, you can come here and check us out. Actually, this property here, I sold for full asking price. Is under contract right now, pending to close. So if you are a new investor, I want to hear why you are here today. Maybe on the chats, if you want to, obviously I'm here to show you how to get started into real estate on 2024, and how to make money like I'm making money full time. I'm doing this for almost 15 years, and I'm doing it full time. So technically I went from working in corporate America and transition to being a full-time investor because I got laid off. And, they say that, bad things happens for a reason. So when I got laid off from my corporate America job, I was very happy on instead of being sad. And then I just jumped into and I run and come across real estate investing, and I saw the opportunity, and I decided that was the thing that I was gonna do for a living, for me and my family. And I was a single mom back then, 2 kids. And so my income was the only income coming to the family. So I couldn't be messing around, right? I needed to make money. So if I can do it, I could come from Honduras, Central America. My English is broken. You can tell, right? It's like Sofia Alvegara kind of thing. I have a really bad English, but I'm doing real estate full time. And this is being something that God has blessed me with. And I'm being just flipping houses since I got started nonstop. So I want to know how many of you are a new investor. If you can raise your hands, I want to know like how many are new, how many are okay. Okay, I have 2, 3 people raising their hands. That's good. 4, that's awesome. So because I want to know how many are seasoned investors, how many are new, so I can explain a little bit of everything to both people, right? The new ones and also the people who's actually doing real estate full time. Tommy is asking a question. I would like to understand how much money I need to get started. Okay, great. So this is the thing, you guys. There is a lot of misconceptions on how to get started into real estate. You need a lot of money to invest, and you need a lot of credit or a good credit. And I here to tell you that no, you don't need a lot of money to invest, and you don't need to have good credit. Because when I got started, I didn't have any money, and remember, I got laid off. I was a single mom. I didn't have even credit cards because I have them all maxed out. And then I got into real estate. Now, how you invest with no money, right? That sounds a little crazy and fishy, but it happens. It happens. I mean, you can do it with wholesaling. There is different things that you can do, okay? For example, to do real estate. I'm gonna pull up another screen to show you here. But Tommy, it depends on what kind of lender you are going to find, okay? So let me pull up this property here. There is some lenders that require, and those are hard money lenders. There is a lender who requires 10% of purchasing as a down payment, and there is and they lend 100% of the rehab. All the lenders are gonna lend 70% of the ARV or the after repair value. Whatever that property is gonna be worth once the property is fixed, that's how much they're gonna lend you. Now, I am the first property that I ever bought. I didn't bring any money to close. I actually currently live on that property right now. And being on in that property for almost 12 years. I don't know, it's been a long time. And I actually got money at closing, and I got paid. So I got the money for the repairs. So there is different type of lenders, okay? There is hard money. The hard money is the one that is like almost like an institutional money. They go and they raise the private money. They go to talk to people who has 401ks, who has a lot of money in their banks, and they actually raise money and they put it on a trust. And so those are hard money companies. Those are companies who lend to investors like you and I to do flips, to buy and hold, and to do investment properties. Now, those lenders are going to be more requiring more from you. For example, they're going to require perhaps to have a good credit or an okay credit, or maybe they're going to require to show proof of funds enough in the bank to be able to lend you and trust you that you're going to be able to do this project. And there is some other lenders. So what I'm trying to say is, depending on the lender, is that you're gonna have to bring to close. So I'm gonna explain to you how I got 100% finance on my first flip, on my first deal, and I got money at closing to fix the property. So pretty much this property, I bought it for $50,000. It needed 20,000 repairs. The ARV was 100 back then. Okay, when I got it. So I got a loan for $70,000. Okay, this is private money. That's how I got it. Private money is not like hard money. There is hard money, which is institutional. They're gonna send somebody to appraise the property. They're gonna lend you 70% of whatever after repair value there is, and that is you're gonna have to get pre-approved. There is a pre-approval process, and depending on the appraised value, they're gonna lend you 70%. Some companies, some hard money lenders, they are going to lend you 100%, 70% of the ARV. Okay, they're gonna lend you to buy and to fix the property. So let's say on this example, this property over here, right? So we have this property as an example. So it's 250 times 70%. So they're gonna send you 175,000. So this is if the ARV is correct, which you guys need to check and do your own due diligence, because this ARV is my assistant, is the one who put it in there, and she runs the comms. She's very savvy on running comms, but I always encourage everybody to go ahead and do their own due diligence on the after repair values and the repairs. And you are welcome to submit an offer. I mean, obviously I put this price here, but you are welcome to submit an offer. And sometimes I can make it work where I can lower this price, but sometimes I cannot. So I will let you know, and I can communicate with you. But in this scenario, the lender will lend 175,000. That money is gonna be enough for you to buy the property and also to fix it, right? So this will be a perfect deal where the only money that you need to bring to close will be the closing costs. And if there is points that the lender is charging, that's how they're gonna charge that at closing. So technically the lender, there is some lenders that lend 100% the purchasing price and 100% the repairs. So they will lend you at closing 175,000. Now they're gonna hold this 50,000 in escrow. Okay, so these 50,000 are gonna be in escrow, and they're gonna hold it. They're not gonna give it to you. They're gonna have you start the project, and you coming out of pocket with your contractor. If the contractor asks you for, let's say, 10,000 to start the job, to demolish or do some of the things and start the project, then that 10,000, you have to come out of pocket and put those $10,000 to pay the contractor. Now, the lender in some cases is gonna come out, and this is hard money, okay? I'm trying to explain the process of hard money lenders. The lender is gonna send an inspector to inspect the home and check that you are also started the demolition process. You're gonna submit an invoice to the lender, and you're gonna request to your $10,000 back once you do the first phase of the rehab. So the first phase of the rehab plus down payment is the one money that you need to bring to close this one transaction. So that is in some lenders' scenarios. They lend 100% the purchasing and 100% the fixing or the repairs. So they will lend you as long as it's 170%, they will lend you 175,000 for this project. Now, there is other lenders, hard money, that will ask you 10% down of 125, and they will give you 100% the repairs. That's 50,000. So I'm not really thrilled about those lenders because you have to bring money down payment to buy, and then you have to pay closing costs. So it's a lot more money out of pocket. So that's hard money, okay? But they're gonna appraise the home and they're gonna send someone to appraise this house for you, and you're gonna have to pay an appraisal. But that's gonna be based on the repairs. So whatever repairs you tell the lenders that you're going to do, that's how the appraised value is gonna come out. It's gonna be depending on those 50,000. If you put 60 or 70,000, perhaps the ARV is gonna be a little bit higher because you're gonna put more money into it. Or you're gonna do a lot other things, and then the value is gonna come more higher. So it depends on how much you invest in the property that the value and the after repair value is gonna be. So that's hard money. Now, private money is the money that I like to work with because I don't have to bring any money to close. But you have to yourself go to meetings, go to talk to people. Perhaps you know people in your family who actually have 401ks or have money, and they want to invest that money on, instead of having that money sitting on their 401k, they want to invest it, and you can pay them 10% to 12% interest rate. You can negotiate with private lenders the interest rate, because you can say something like, well, you know, I give you 10%. 10% is much better than having their money sitting in their 401k, making them zero. And the banks are not paying enough. I know that the banks don't pay much interest rate. So the thing that we offer here, the investors, we offer high interest rate because it's a property that you gotta make it work for the investor that is lending the money. Those are passive investors. That's private money. And nothing wrong with starting with hard money, but you have to transition yourself to do private money and to raise private money, because that's the easiest and the fastest to close. So it's as easy as just the title company is gonna work the lending docs, and it's as easy as having the title company doing the paperwork for the loan. It's as easy as you talking to a family member or an attorney that you might know, or a doctor that has money but they don't know what to do with it. And you tell them, hey, if you want to invest, you could you can do it with me. I gonna find the property and I pay you 10% or 12% interest rate on your money. So let's say you take a loan for 175,000 on this deal, right? That's 70%. You gotta tell them that you're gonna take this loan to fix the house, to buy it and to fix it. And what secures the loan is gonna be secured by the title, by having the title company putting a lien on the property. So it's not like they're gonna wire the money directly to you and then you're gonna close. No, that will be a wrong transaction. It will be not the way to go. So if you wanna do it the right way, you have to have the title company doing the lending docs, the promissory note, stating that the lender is gonna lend you 175,000. And this can be, again, your friend, your family member, a doctor, a lawyer, somebody you know. So they're gonna lend you 175,000 to purchase this property and to fix it. And they're gonna have the property as a collateral. So as long as this property is a collateral, then their money is secure, and they're only gonna lend you 70%. They only gonna lend you 70%. So that is how makes it easy to raise the money. If you explain this to someone who has a 401k or has money sitting in their bank, they're gonna run to lend you the money because obviously you're gonna pay 10%, and right now their money is making them 0%. So, and this is interest only, the money that you pay for these projects. So raising private money is how I was able to buy my first property. I bought it for 50,000. I got a loan for 70, and I was able to pay closing costs and go and get a check at closing to fix the property. So anybody has any questions on that? I know I went a little bit more than, but Tommy, is that clear? Yes? Okay, cool. Yes, that's a great strategy. I mean, how many properties can you buy, can you afford if you don't have to bring any money to buy it? How many properties can you afford? Yes, exactly. Somebody said great strategy, a lot. Yeah, you can buy a lot of property if you don't have to bring money at closing. If you raise private money, and I'm pretty sure that you guys know people that actually have money sitting in their banks, a lot of money, and they can lend it to you for 10%. And it's a lot cheaper than going to a hard money lender, which I partner with hard money all the time, companies, and I don't have anything against them. I think that they are great also because if you are a new investor, I started also, I did a lot of loans with hard money company at some point because it was easy. They already raised the money for you. You don't have to be raising yourself the money, talking to people, but it was easy because these people already have the money, and also they make sure that the deal that you're buying is a good deal because they don't want to lend on a property that is not a good property to lend on. Also, so they are taking care of their money and they are making sure that the values are there. They send an appraisal. So if you're not, you don't have any expertise on checking the values of a property and you go raise private money and you pay too much for a property, you can be in problems, in trouble, right? So if you pay retail for a property and and you didn't know because you don't know, you're a newbie, then that can create a problem for you and a problem from the private lender. So you want to make sure that you do your due diligence when you raise private money. You want to make sure that your ARV is correct and that you never go by the ARVs that the wholesalers are putting in there. I don't even trust my own ARVs because I'm not an appraiser. You know, what I do is that I actually I actually check with a realtor. I check with my assistant, and I run my own comps on a property to make sure that the ARV is correct. So that's the same thing you have to do. And I've been doing this for 15 years, and it's still the same. So I will suggest you guys to do your due diligence on that. make sure that, yeah, make sure that you don't make those mistakes. Let me see. Okay, so I think it's very clear for you how to do the private money or hard money, how that works. I have somebody else asking, I am really interested in buying properties and make profits. So, yeah, I do specialize on owner finance and finding buyers and also how to structure those deals here in Texas. But the same way that you do it here in Texas, you can do it in any state. You can do it in Florida as well. I am familiar with the market in Florida because I have a partner that is a wholesaler that lives in Florida. So that is the same strategy. And I'm gonna put my contact information here. If you guys, after this training, you guys wanna reach out to me or need help with anything, I am here to help you, perhaps sell some properties or help you with real estate investing. I'm a coach. I am doing coaching for the past 10 years. And I'm helping a lot of people on getting investing and doing it the right way, where you actually make money on instead of losing money. Because when you invest, you can actually lose money. Okay, my kids, one of my daughter is doing real estate since she's 16, and she actually has closed about 9 wholesale deals. This year we did our first flip together. I teach her how to flip a home, and we make $40,000 on that one flip. You know how much money she bring to close? Zero. She actually got paid at closing. So we got a check because we raised private money. And I have a lender that is a private lender, and he did the loan for us. This was a condo that we purchased here in Houston. We bought it for 40, and we didn't fix it. I just put it back in the market. I bought it off market from a wholesaler, put it back in the market for 125, sold it for 115. And after paying realtor commissions and paying all that, but I did it owner finance. I sold it owner finance, which is another strategy that you can use. You get paid 100% at closing, okay? When you do this strategy, I have a lender who actually buys the property, and he's the one who finances to the end buyer, as long as they have 20%. So I have 2 of those lenders that they can buy any property. So if you have a property that you feel like you're stuck and you cannot sell it for any reason, but you don't want to do the financing yourself, you can perhaps come and have a lender come in and buy it from you to do the finance to your buyer. Like I say, as long as you have a buyer that they don't have to have great credit, they don't check credit, they only check income. As long as you have a buyer that can come with 20% down, that we can sell any property. So that's why if you guys have done flipping and cannot sell a property, perhaps you can send it to me and I do the marketing. And once we find the buyer, we advertise owner finance on it, even though you're not going to do the finance. I do have a lender who will buy the property once we find the buyer and will finance the property. Let's see, I have more questions over here. So let's see. Yes, I can wait. Isidro said, I can wait to learn the process to raise and make money. Yeah, actually, if you guys want, 2024 has to be a year that your focus, if you want to be successful investor, your focus has to be on raising private money talking to people about lending you to buy properties, and if possible, become partners with those people. Like I say, you can offer 10% interest rate, or you can offer a partnership on the deal. You can give them 20% of the deal once the deal sells, and they bring the money for you to buy the property, for you to fix the property, or you offer 30% to make it more attractive. You don't have to do 50-50 unless you want to, and it's a family member. With my daughter, I make that deal. We made 40,000 profit, and it was more than 40,000. I think it was 45,000, but I give her 50-50, and she didn't raise the money. I did raise the money, and I find the deal. But I wanted to teach her how to do it. So I opened for her an LLC. So you do need to open an LLC if you want to flip houses. You have to have your own company. An LLC, it will help you. Let's say, I'm going to explain this to you. The lenders are going to require an LLC. Now, if you raise private money, like I say, there is no requirements because you can do it in your name. But the thing is better. Why the lenders require an LLC is because it's better. If something would have happened or something happened, let's say while we are fixing the property and somebody get hurt, and that person comes after me and they try to how you call this, sue me, right? They come to sue me because they say, oh, you know, this I got hurt in her property, and they put a lawsuit of $1 million. And let's say it's my first flip, and I don't have $1 million to give them, right? So what you do? If you have it in your name, you're gonna have to do bankruptcy in your personal name because you can't really afford to pay a lawsuit of $1 million. But if you have it under your LLC, you can put all the liability goes to the LLC and not directly to you. So that is the reason why lenders require to have an LLC to do business in real estate, because it's a layer of protection for you. So, and you have to, you know, obviously, if this is a business, you have to treat it as a business. You want to make sure that you have those layers of protections. You have an LLC, you open a business account, and you know what? The beauty about having a business is that you can deduct a lot of things from your business. You can deduct gas, you can deduct mileage, car. I deduct even my car payment because I have it on a lease. So that's why leasing is better for business owners, because you can deduct those payments out of your LLC. But all of that, you can talk it out with a tax attorney or a tax preparer. I'm just giving you suggestions that actually help you, so you can deduct a lot of things out of your LLC when you have an LLC. So yeah, it is important to do it on an LLC. Let's say how Nate is asking, how did you learn what you needed to get started 15 years ago? How did you learn? Okay. So how it was because I actually came in and I started going to a lot of networking events. I got laid off from corporate America. And I was looking for another way to make money, another way that I didn't have to be punching the clock at 9 o'clock and leave at 5, because I didn't really wanted to work for someone. So I started doing a lot. Somebody invited me to a networking event where they were teaching how to invest. And, you know, in my heart, I knew this is the right thing for me and my children and my family. So what I did was I started going to a lot of networking events. If you're new in this industry, and even if you're not new and you want to increase your income on 2024, I will suggest you guys to go ahead and start going to a lot of events. So so you can, they say your net worth is your network, and that's 100% the truth. Like, the people that you do associate with is how your income is gonna look. So I have a lot of friends that are millionaires, and they started at the same time I got started. I have a lot of friends. Some of them used to come to my events to learn real estate. Next thing I know, they are driving. I have a friend who has like 15 luxury cars, Ferrari, Lamborghini, this and that, because he switched from single family, went to do multifamily. So your network is so important. Why I hang out with those kind of people? Well, not really what you're thinking, because they have money. Even though money is good, it's not because of that. It's because when you hang out with those kind of people, guess what's gonna happen to you? Your income is gonna go up, because you're hanging out with people who's making millions of dollars, or is making a lot of money, or is making deals happen, right? So it's almost like putting a fish in the right environment. Is gonna grow according to where is that tank, right? Is if you have a fish in a small tank, it's not gonna be able to grow because it's small tank. But if you have a fish in a big in the ocean and in a big tank, it's gonna grow naturally, because that person that fish is in the right environment. The same thing with you. So if you want to become financially independent now in 2024, yeah, this is your chance to do things differently. You have to start going to networking events. You have to buy the clothes, even going to buy suits and look like you already have $1 million in the bank. Because guess what? People who has money, they also want to hang out with other people with money, and they want to be looking good. So you have to attract, and that's one of the things you have to change this next year, is attracting good things into your life by looking good, by presenting yourself good, by hanging out with the right people, going to networking events. So 15 years ago, I figured that out. And I start going to a lot of networking events. I start hanging out with the right people. Next thing I know, I met a wholesaler. He was doing 3 deals a month. And to me, that was the thing that needed for me to happen to get started into real estate. Because I didn't have money. Remember, I was laid off. I was broke. I didn't have credit card access because I was maxed out. And how I do real estate and make $1 million if I don't have no money, right? Well, I started with wholesaling. So my income, and I don't know if you guys know what wholesaling is, but wholesaling is when you find a property that is in distress, like all of these properties that you guys see here. These properties are wholesale deals that I have. These properties, I haven't purchased these properties. I only have a contract, right? So actually I'm doing this for a guy that sent them to me, but this one, I only have a contract on it. I didn't buy these properties. I just signed a contract agreement with the owner, and then I start adding a fee. I add $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on each property, and then I start selling them to another investor. So the key here is all of these properties here are properties that technically are in distress, and I just find them, put it under contract, and assign my contract. And by doing that, you can make $5, $10, $20, $30,000. As long as you negotiate the price very low, you can put your assignment fee on top of the price that you got it from the seller. So, and the more the seller, the more the property needs to be fixed, the more you can negotiate these prices. So this is only contract agreement that I have. So I have a purchasing agreement that says that I am buying this property for a certain amount. I think this one I'm buying it for 95 and I turn it around and sell it for 108. That you don't need money to do this, okay? You don't need to have money to do wholesaling. Now, when you contract a property with a seller, you do need to put earnest money and option money, which is 1% of whatever you're paying. So in this case, that can be also negotiated with the realtor or the seller. You can put $500 to $1,000 to contract a property, and then option, you can put $100, and the option gives you the time for you to market the property and find another buyer. So that what the option does. So 15 years ago, I find a wholesaler. He was I told him, hey, I want to work with you and your company. And he gave me an opportunity to work with him. And then after 3 months working with him, he told me, I think you know how to do this now. You can do it yourself. And I start doing it myself, and I create my company, Su Casa. And now we're being around for about 15 years almost. So so I went from making $40,000 a year on my first year wholesaling, and to make on my first year, no, actually I was making 40,000 in corporate America, and I went to make 150,000 on my first year wholesaling. Hold on. So that's how I got started 15 years ago. And I haven't really go back doing this full time. And it's being a heck of a good ride, let me tell you. Let me see what else. So if anything, if this help you at all for next year, if you have very little funds to invest, my advice is to do wholesaling. And by the way, I am going to do 4 weeks training on wholesaling in January. And so I'm gonna start doing marketing next week on wholesaling so we can teach how to wholesale houses and partner. I like to partner with people. The price is only like $800 for the 4 weeks of training. It's from 7 to 8:30 every Thursday night usually. And that is gonna help you if you have very little funds or you don't have funds. I can partner with you if you find a good deal, and I put the earnest money and the option money to see if we can make $5,000, $10,000 on a deal. And I teach on that training how to do the find the deals, how to put it under contract, how to assign the contract. I'll teach you everything about marketing and selling your contract and how to find buyers and everything, how to find the deals and how to find the buyers and how to put a deal together on that one training. And if you want to get more information on that one training after this, you can just text me. Usually I put here the wholesaling training. It's already being here in my website. So this one is gonna be this day, January 4, 11, 18, and 25 from 7 to 8:30. You can register here, and Pretty much it tells you everything that we're gonna cover. It's $8.97, but people has made a lot of money with me during those 4 weeks of training. So you can, like I say, go to my website, and over here, you're gonna find it under wholesaling training. It's all the way down on the website. But I am going to answer more questions over here. Let's see. I hope this is helpful. And if you can put questions, that would be great, because I want you guys to get started on real estate investing. There is a shift happening in our eyes right now, and you don't want to lose that wave, okay? There is a transfer of wealth that is going to happen on 2024, and you don't want to miss that money. So you guys are at the right time getting into real estate. It's always the right time to get into real estate. You know, even when the market was high, and it's being high, and it's being top of the market, is being the seller's market, I have seen how this transitioning is taking place. Like, for example, when I got started, I used to find houses at $20,000 here in Houston, and now you can't find these houses anymore. Now the houses are that used to be $20,000, now they are 100,000, and we're talking about fixer uppers, houses that you need to fix, that needs a lot of repairs, that I used to sell for $20,000. Now there is no way you can find these houses no more. Guess what's gonna happen in 2024? With the with everything that is going on in this world, and the war, and everything that is happening, prices, we're gonna see a correction of the market, from being the seller market and being at the peak, to become the buyer's market. What that means, when becomes the buyer's market, people is more motivated, they want to sell, the sellers cannot sell. But guess what, we as an investors take full advantage of the opportunity that is being presented to us, and that's how you generate wealth. So 2024 is going to be a year of taking, and a lot of people is going to become wealthy. There is going to be a lot of millionaires, that people, regular people like you and I, is going to become millionaires after 2024. And I'm saying that with confidence, because I know how things are shifting. I have seen this in my eyes, how the market is taking that hit. I see that the houses now are sitting longer than whatever they were before. So I know that is about to happen. This 2024, the house market is gonna crash. I'm 100% confident that the values, the sellers are gonna become motivated. Those people that wanted $100,000 for a fixer upper, now they're gonna want 45,000, because they wanna get rid of it, and they cannot sell. So you guys are here for a treat. Technically, you guys are here to become millionaires, but you have to take advantage of these opportunities. How you do it? By the number one, going to networking events, like I told you, hanging out with the right people, with other investors who are actually making this happen, getting training, start training yourself, getting training on wholesale, or on how to invest into real estate. You know, get a good mentor, a good coach. I am a great coach, but you can check other people out there. The thing is, start getting yourself, your feet wet, and all in. Focus on getting deals done this next year. You're gonna make a lot of money if you follow my instructions. I'm telling you guys what is happening, and it's gonna just favor us investors, okay? Or if you're getting started into real estate, it's gonna further you and your family. I have changed my family for life for the better, okay? My kids' life are not going to be the same because I make a decision on getting into real estate at the right time 15 years ago. Now my daughter, she knows how to wholesale houses. My son also do the same thing. He does wholesaling. They are in the couch making offers and at home, you know, yeah, and their underwear sometimes, you know, making offers, finding and looking for deals. And so, and you know, we get paid really well to find deals. So anyway, you guys are here for something very special on 2024. Let me see. I have a special question. This is Pedro. A specific question about my situation, and I need an advice. Maximal exit investments. So I am going to have my phone number here, and you guys can call me, whoever has a specific question, or like I say, if you want to learn how my coaching program works after here, you can send me a text. This is my cellular phone. Okay, you can text me, you can call me. I prefer if you can text me and then I call you whenever I get a chance. Sometimes I am not able to answer right away, but if you can just go ahead and text me, that will be amazing, and I can put you to the right direction. I always have people calling me, asking me for advice. I don't charge for my advice. Obviously, I could, but I don't do that. I only charge if you get the training on how to wholesale is coming in January. That is a training that I have to charge because it's a program that I put together and it's very, very successful. And a lot of people make a lot of money with me on that training. And also for coaching, because I have to take my time, an hour a week with the students, and I sit with them one-on-one and I do deals with them together. So obviously I gotta charge for that. But if you call me because you have a question about a deal, or you want to sell a property and you don't know how to do it, or you want to put an owner finance deal together and you don't know how to do it, you can text me. You can text me and I will help you. And I'll help you to figure it out. Let's see. So Pedro, you can text me the after here if you like, and I can answer any questions. Nate is putting here, how does your daughter generate leads when wholesaling? So I have teach my kids how to, actually my daughter and my son, both of them do it. One is 25, the other 24, he's gonna be 25 next year, and the other one is 19, she's gonna be 20 in January. And I have teach my kids how to find properties actually on the MLS, properties that are in distress, fixer-uppers, how to negotiate, and how to get the price at the properties at the right price. Actually, when you go to the MLS, you also add networking in there with realtors, and they send you off-market leads as well. So it's about talking to people, getting up there and start talking to people. Now, in my training, I teach how to find off-market leads and how to find motivated sellers. Also, I partner with Real Estate IQ because they sell those leads. Okay, Real Estate IQ is a really, really good way to generate leads. They generate the leads and they sell it to you, so you can call sellers. They are in probation, they are behind in taxes, or something is going on with them, and they are very good at skip tracing and finding this and sell it to you. So that's another way to generate leads, okay? Which LLC types, S Corp, C Corp, others? That's a good question, Mark. I think the LLC type, I have used S Corp because it's more, there is more benefits to do an S Corp, but I will recommend you, I'm not a tax attorney, even though I know how to do taxes. I'm not a tax attorney, so I will recommend you to talk to a tax attorney and find out what's the differences between different types of LLC. Let's see, I am interested in your coaching program. That's great. And I put my phone number in there. Text me after this, and I am going to send you. Also, here in my website, I have make it so easy for you guys. If you go to sucasa-usa.com and you click where it says book appointment, you can schedule right there. Well, right now it's not working. I gotta check on this on Monday, but you could book over there in my website directly, but just send me a text and we can talk it out, and I can schedule something for you so we can talk about how to do the coaching program. Okay. And I put my my phone number so you can text me. Let's see. Yeah, I do have, Mark, I do have Google reviews. My company is in Google. You can Google me, Sucasa USA LLC. We have 5 stars or 4 stars. I don't know how many stars, but I am being around for a long time. I'm being wholesaling properties and coaching people on how to get started. And I'm doing a pretty good job and helping a lot of people. Actually, a lot of my students has become millionaires after my coaching, not because I do something super, but because they are super smart as well. I'm gonna put this so you guys can see it really quick. His name is Ihab, and I want you to listen to his story really quick.
Hi, my name is Ihab Shukri. I'm a full-time real estate investor. I have a coaching program that teaches people how to find properties, renovate them, and turn them into really cool Airbnbs. I have a number of multifamily Airbnb properties, and I also manage other properties as well. Prior to working with Marilyn, I really didn't know how to get started in real estate. I didn't know what was the right direction to go, what was a good deal, how to find properties. And so I needed somebody to really hold my hand and coach me in finding good deals and analyzing them and doing really great investments. I chose Marilyn as my coach because I knew she was out there doing deals. I would get wholesale leads from her all the time. So I knew she was a real deal maker, and she was a trusted name within the community here. So I wanted somebody who was a real deal maker and who I could trust to teach me the right way to invest in real estate. I knew working with Marilyn would let me get the one-on-one coaching that I needed, the hand-holding to be able to walk me through my first few deals, to really understand the process and to make sure that I wouldn't get myself in trouble with a bad deal. Working with Marilyn helped me to understand what was a good deal, which helped me immediately get a few wholesale deals under my belt. From there, I started to really look at buying and keeping properties to start building wealth and growing a portfolio of rental properties. So from that education, I really was able to get started on understanding what's a good deal, which then allowed me to go and start buying and owning properties, which today I own multiple multifamily properties, commercial properties, and I've really grown a business of steady cash flow coming in from all my rentals. Being able to become a full-time real estate investor has allowed me to really fulfill my life's dream of living life on my terms, getting time back, being able to do the things that I want to do, travel, spend time with family, really make the most of this one opportunity we have in this world. And so for that, I'm ever so grateful for being able to learn how to build this business, work with Marilyn, and really be able to achieve my dream. Had I not done Marilyn's program, I really would just be stuck in the corporate grind like a lot of people, not knowing how to invest in real estate, doing my day-to-day activities with my job, and really not doing anything to build financial freedom and secure the future for myself and for all my future generations. So not taking action, not signing up for mentorship is not going to allow you to make any major changes in your life to be able to kind of change the trajectory of your future and your future outcome. One of the most important things that mentorship can do for you is help you really fast track your goals. If you don't hire a mentor, you're going to be learning from the school of hard knocks, which can be even more expensive in the long run. But having the right mentor and having somebody show you how to do things the right way from the beginning will allow you to get off to a good start and become successful right out of the gate instead of having to learn from a lot of mistakes.
Hello? Okay, I'm still here. I'm glad that you guys are still here with me. Unfortunately, I couldn't put the video to work. But I hope this is being very helpful. This is my daughter, Catherine. I'm gonna put this now. I'm Catherine Pinto. I'm 18 years old, and I was able to start real estate investing at the age of 16 years old, which I was able to close 9 deals. And I'm also working on my first flip property, and I also am a newly licensed holder. What motivated me to start real estate investing was I remember growing up, we didn't have the best things. And I do remember watching my mom struggle as a single mother of 2 children. She was working 3 jobs, and I was able to see her flip her life around and be able to become a business owner, create her own schedule, and to be able to travel. And that's something that influenced me and encouraged me because I'm money driven, but I most definitely didn't want to go get a job. So that's when I first started real estate investing. Working with my mom made it super effective for me to be able to close so many deals from the ages from 16 to 18, because obviously she's been in business for more than 10 years. And so she is very knowledgeable. Any question that I have, she's able to answer with ease. She's very easy to communicate with, and she's also very flexible. The outcome of my mother's teaching was I was able to gain extreme confidence in the real estate business as I've seen it since I was little to now where I'm applying it into my life. And I know that you can make a living off of this. And also I've set myself at very high standards just with implementing real estate into my life. I believe I would be definitely working a 9-to-5 job and probably not knowing what I would want to do in life. Also, I wouldn't be able to have my LLC at the age of 18, and also closing 9 wholesale deals from the age of 16 to 18, which gave me the opportunity and the advantage to really thrive. I would definitely say that in life, you have to take risks, and it's even better when you have a mentor that's there and able to hold your hand throughout the whole process, which you know she has results and also her students have results. If you don't go ahead and take the leap of faith and just move forward, you're going to be stuck regretting later on in life, wishing that you would have took the opportunity that you had with such an amazing mentor. All right. Yeah, that's my daughter right there. So yeah, like I say, this investing can change your life and can change your family tree life for the better. It's just amazing to see how I'm being able to change my life and also my kids' life. Not only with wholesaling. I mean, I own a wholesaling company and that's what I do full time, but I also flip houses and I also own rental properties. So let's see, Nate, how do you recommend generate leads for wholesaling? Do you think you should focus on off-market properties? So Nate, I think like I say, I am buying properties from the MLS or HAR here in Houston, and I am doing very well, very successfully. So a lot of the investors don't really care. Some of them do, some of them don't. But I haven't have any problems moving properties just because they are listed. That is a thought that a lot of people think that is gonna be hard, but no. Actually, the investors don't care if the property is listed as long as the numbers make sense. So like I say, I sold the property, the ARV is 250. I sold it for 108 and it's listed on HAR. And so I buy properties and I get properties to wholesale to my clients from the MLS. Obviously, I like properties off market, and I like because I can work directly with the sellers, and the sellers are easy to work with when they don't have a realtor. It's easier to negotiate pricing, and it's easy to get the right price. It's much easier, let's say, it's much easier. But I have get a lot of deal from the MLS still today from listings. So you can do that as well. Let's see. The Mark, any other hobby? Will you be covering these topics today? Understanding real estate markets, market cycles, economy, market analysis. Well, I kind of covered that, Mark, by saying that markets have changed, and we are right now witnessing some changes on the market where it was last year was the seller's market. That means the properties who used to sell like hot potato, you list one property and you have like 20 offers. But because the interest rate has changed from last year, now we are looking at 9% interest rates. That's from banks. That's crazy. Like the interest rate is so high. They say the next year is gonna be lower a little bit, but not like we used to have it last year. Last year it was really, really good. Like the interest rates really influence buyers to buy. So a lot of people is not buying because of the interest rate being so high. So yeah, so we talk about that, and coming up here because is the war and everything that is going on. I believe that a lot of people the sellers are gonna be very motivated to sell, which is good for us investors, so we can actually take advantage and buy a really discounted price. Okay. Let's see. Mark is saying, thanks for that time and the info. Have a great weekend. You too, guys. I don't know if anybody has any other question. I clear on how to find deals. You can find them on the MLS or on listings. You can find it off market. There is so many ways that you can find properties. You can find them in Craigslist. A lot of sellers sell on there. A lot of wholesalers sell on there. I sell on Craigslist. I advertise in there. So you can find properties on different websites. You can find them on Zillow. There is a lot of sellers that are selling by owner on Zillow. That you can find also properties on the internet and social media. You can find in Facebook, Instagram. You can find people who is actually selling their homes on Facebook. A lot of people is doing that these days. So you have to use social media not only to check what people is doing, okay? You can use it also for money. So I will suggest you guys to do that. And I also cover how to raise private money and how to use hard money. So once you find this business is very simple, okay? You find the deal, you find the money, the private money, you buy the property, you fix it, and then you sell it for a profit. You have to stay at 70% so you can make at least 20% profit, because 10% is gonna go towards closing costs. Does that make sense? So yeah, 10% is usually going towards closing costs, and paying realtor commissions and all that. So as long as you buy really, really discounted and you stay at the 70% to buy and fix, you're good, okay? So 20% is usually what we make on a flip. It's 20%, could be like what we're looking to make on a flip is $30,000 to $50,000 when we sell the property, okay? So I don't know if anybody has any other questions, but like I say, you guys can reach me at 281-806-9743. I post my phone number if you want to find out about my coaching, or if you want to find out about how to sell a house through us, or if you want to find out anything, or you have a question on a deal and you don't know how to do, call me. Okay, the training also is gonna be in the wholesaling training is gonna start in January. I encourage you guys, if you haven't done a deal, I encourage you guys to sign up for that one. That one is only $897 and it's 4 weeks, and I do deals with the students on that training. You can do it here online, and you can do it right now today after we finish here by going down here and clicking here on wholesaling and just getting registered by clicking here where it says register. And you can, or you can text me. You can text me and you can just say, hey, Marilyn, I want to get registered for your wholesaling training that is going to start in January. And then I just need your full name, email address, and as you can Zelle me the payment and you get registered for next month. So let's see, somebody says, hi, I currently don't own a home. I have an strategy. I want to buy a multifamily home and I want to stay and rent. Is this a good strategy? This is an amazing strategy. I encourage you to do that. I think that is very smart that you're thinking that way. So I'm gonna tell you, FHA is only 3% down, and FHA can qualify like four doors is still single family for FHA, even though it's 4 doors. So when you say multi, I don't know what exactly you mean, but a multi is no 3 doors, is now 4 doors. 4 doors is still single family. Now, if you buy more than 4 doors, that is multifamily. Now, if you want to take advantage of FHA and just put 3% down, you can buy 4 doors, leaving 1. And as long as you qualify, because your income, you know, for, let's say here in Houston, for 4 doors, you need to have at least 250 approved on credit, right? To buy a home. But instead of you buying a home, you go, or I mean like one house, you go and buy 4 doors for, you know, like almost like a fourplex. That will be great if you can do that. Like if you don't care about the schools and this and that, because usually those fourplex, triplexes, and those are not in a really good area where the schools are amazing. But sometimes you can find them on good areas. It's just that you're gonna have to take some time to do that. I do have realtors working with us here in the company. So if you need help with that, getting you pre-approved, or, you know, for you to look for a property, just like I say, my phone number is here. I put in the chat so you can text me and you can tell me, hey, I need help with getting pre-approved. I can point you to a lender that is going to help you. And, or you said, I need help with buying a home. Then we can point you to a realtor so they can actually help you to buy your first investment property. But yeah, 4 doors is a good idea if you want to qualify for FHA and put very little down, and you want to rent the other houses and the other apartments, okay? So any other questions? I think I appreciate your time to be here with us today on a Saturday. I know that only successful people can actually do that. Be here on a Saturday. You know, instead of going and sleeping late and doing stuff like that, you took the time to learn on how to invest into real estate, how to start doing flips, or how to do wholesaling and all of that. So anyway, you guys, if nobody has any more questions, I hope that I cover everything, and have a great the rest of the day and weekend. And also, I don't know if Real Estate IQ is gonna come in here and talk a little bit, but in my end, I just wanna say happy holidays. And I want you guys to always look for real estate investing opportunities. And I hope that this training help you to realize that you don't have to have a lot of freaking money on the bank like people think. Oh yeah, I gotta have 100,000 or 50. No, you can, as long as you find a good deal and you raise private money, or you partner with somebody who has the money, you can start flipping houses right away. You don't need to have an amazing credit. And actually, you know, with very little, $10,000 will get you into your first flip in some cases, if you are concerned about paying mortgages or closing costs or whatever. I do it a little bit differently, but I did give you tips on how to do it without you have to come in with money at closing. It's as easy as finding private lenders or friends or family or somebody that you know that has a 401k. So anyway, I encourage you guys to text me. And if you're new into real estate, I am going to encourage you guys to start with wholesaling, because that is the strategy that requires zero money out of pocket. If you put earnest money and option money, it's very little money. It's only $100 option and maybe $500 to $1,000 for earnest money. And you can land your first deal, negotiate, put it under contract, and then wholesale it and assign it. But if you really want to get a deal and you want to wholesale, I encourage you to sign up for my training. You can sign up from here or text me, and we get you started in 2024. So guys, have a great day. I am very happy to being able to answer some of your questions. And I see you at the top. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you, Marilyn. Have an excellent day, and thank you everyone for assisting. It was a really great webinar. Thank you for sharing your expertise with us, okay? Hope to see you in another webinar.
All right.
Have a great weekend. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.